Hello friends, this is Satyam and today I'll show you how to create my first project in .NET MVC. So I have to show you today like a registration page on MVC. So if you want to do this, then firstly you have to need two software, that is .NET environment for SQL Server and Visual Studio. So this is my SSMS. Now I have to do this on localhost. For localhost, you have to just click the dot and Windows authentication, database engine, connect. It's just a second. Now you have to show that it's connected. This is my SQL server, the localhost server name. Now firstly you have to create a database. Okay, just you have to create a database. For use, you have to write create database MVC first. Okay, just you have to select this query and F5. Commands completed successfully. After this you have to use this database, that is MVC first. Okay, so you have to show this database changes. Now we have to do like a registration page. For this you have to create a table in this database, that is create table registration. For registration table you have to make some columns like student ID, that is int, primary key, identity, that is 1,1. It means increment of 1 and it's starting with 1. Okay, the another field, that is a student name, that is varchar, let's say 50. And after that gender. This is your error, so you have to just click student ID, student name, and student gender. This is also varchar, okay, let's say 20, and student email, that is varchar 50, student there is a spelling mistake. Now it's okay. Okay, email email password, and if you that you have to know the student phone. It is also like that. Let's say 50. Okay. Now you have to execute this query. First you select and then execute. Commands completed successfully. You have to just check what is the exact column. So let's say write select star from registration. So total field having a student ID, a student name, a student gender, a student email, and a student password, as well as a student phone. Okay. Now you have to open Visual Studio. I having 2019 version. It's community edition. So okay, this is the interface of Visual Studio 19, and click a new project. After that you have to choose ASP.NET web application. Click next. And I have to write the name, registration page. Okay, just click create. Now you have to select empty, and this is not a ASP project, that's why you have to click on MVC and just click create. Here you have to show this project is configuring, that is the registration page. Okay. So you have to see the interface look like this. Yes, you have to also cut output. So this is the windows like Server Explorer, Toolbox, Properties, and Solution Explorer. So you have to click on Solution Explorer and just click on Models, right click on Model, Add. Here you have to show the option. This is the connectivity for database site, that is backend, ADO.NET Entity, Data Model. Just click OK, and you have to write some name like registration. Okay. After this, okay, just default next. Here they ask the server name for connection. Just click new connection. Not MySQL, it's MySQL server. So server name is dot, and my database name which I have just created, the name is MVC first. Okay, just click OK. And this is MVC first entities. Okay, next entity framework 5.0. Next, retrieving data information. Okay, you have to show your table name, that is registration. So click tables, not view and store procedure, because I don't have to create any views and store procedure. So just click finish. Now this is less time consuming process, and after that you have to show that the database connectivity is done and the table, that is beyond up to here, and class form and object form. So here you have to look like your entity data model is like this. So you have to see the reference field, that is entity framework, and in models I have to add registration table. This is our context class for base class. This is by default coding, and in context CS file, that is here you have to show your registration CS registration and the total fields, that is also available in here. Okay, so this is object format. After that you have to add a controller. So just right click on controller, then you have to add controller, and so now you have to add your controller, that is MVC controller with views using entity framework. Just click on add. So here is the model class, that is registration, data class MVC first. So this is your database name, sorry, this is your table name and this is your database name, that is data context class. And you have to use your page layout. Okay, just click back, registration controller, just add. If you have to configure this, just see your network connection is available. Okay, here you have to go and show the error. Okay, so generate views referred. Okay, so you have to configure first, that is this is, there is an error for in reference, like okay, what is the error? So use a page layout controller. Selected code generator, there was an error getting the type registration of registration. Try rebuild the project. Okay, just back, and you have to registration and rebuild. Okay, so I have to just read the error and like this and rebuild. So you have to show rebuild all is started. Okay, so rebuild succeeded. Now rebuild is basically you have to reconfigure, that is assembly file, like default coding, add controller MVC. Okay, again you have to select registration, your table name, your database name, and just click add. Okay, escaf loading. So it will take some time. Okay, so after configuring our controller, you have to show this is a content file, and by default adding the bootstrap, some jquery files, and create a registration views. This is create, delete, details, edit, index, and already by default created the shared. So it will be depends on your controller, and controllers will depend on the model. So route config, this is your first assembly file that is run of the program. So now your project is almost done. I just have to show what is the view of exactly. This is CS HTML file. This is your index view. Okay, so I have to run this project, and I have to show what is output exactly working and how so view look like in MVC. So it will take some time, and you have to show the IIS Express is going on in process. IIS is basically a server side, basically a server that is global server by providing the Microsoft. So here just you have to interface the Google Chrome is open and localhost is running, and searching the page that is exist on localhost 44304. Okay, so here you have to show the application name, which is default. If I want, I have to change this. This is like assume you have to, this is a footer, this is header file, and by default this is designing generated by bootstrap and jquery. If you have to create your new student, you have to just click create new. This having, you have to know this is create view. Okay, so you have to put here, you have to show in our table the first field is student ID, but student ID is int primary and identity. That's why you have to show the student name. If you have to put this one first value, the default, this is the ID is 11. Okay, so I'll show you. So student name is, let's say my name Satyam, student gender is male, my email ID satyamjha531@gmail.com, and so this is not for validation. Okay, no issue. This is 12345, and my phone is something 750319528. Here we have to put in the JavaScript that is for hide the password, but you have to your first place, so you will show it. So just click on create button. So you have to consider your value is here. If you want to add it, then click edit. You have to show the details, and you have to click details. Okay, let's say another like Moni, female. So the Gmail is, let's say xyz12@live.in. The password is 123456. The phone is something like 123456. Okay, you have to just click on create. So you have to put this value. If you have to add it, then click edit, and again you have to change anything. So I have to change the number, that is 9887755, and just save. Okay, so you have to, this view is working, and this is your first project in MVC. Okay, my ASP.NET application. So basically the full project name is ASP.NET MVC by provided Microsoft.NET. Now you have to click on details, then details is look like this is another view like details. You have to show that is here many views. This is create detail. Now this is running the details view. This is by default coding by generator MVC framework. So this is basically working. So back to list, and now you have to click, if you want to click that is delete, then you have to click to detail. So again he asks, are you sure you want to delete this registration? Of course I delete. So you have to put, and again you have to check your value in also in the backend side, that is SQL server. So here is the value. Okay, so this project is finally working, and I don't think so it's too tough. So just you have to practice. If you have to any query, then please comment my videos. Okay, thank you very much.